Hi, I'm Eshaan M reporting for Kids First. Let's talk about the Real Charlie Chaplin. The Real Charlie Chaplin is an earnest attempt to characterize the legendary silent film star Charlie Chaplin, showing more about the man behind the Little Tramp character and explaining his significance. At times, this documentary's somewhat bland narration and spotty coverage of Chaplin's life seems to undermine the actor and his legacy. Almost everyone knows who Charlie Chaplin is, at least by his image. The bowler hat, scraggly coat, thin cane, and trademark mustache are well-known symbols of the first landmark actor of Western cinema. The Real Charlie Chaplin does its best to do the impossible, capture the essence of Charlie Chaplin, using archival footage and tape-recorded interviews. It's a compilation of perspectives and personal impressions, told in a dramatic fashion rather than a linear storyline. Really, The Real Charlie Chaplin is all about Chaplin's rise and fall to and from fame, his political opinions, and his contributions to film history, which have been surveyed in a slightly haphazard fashion, only grazing the surface of some of Chaplin's works. The film draws on rarely heard recordings made by Chaplin, his family, and Effie Wisdom, a childhood friend who grew up with him in London. It's really surreal to hear all these voices talk about one of history's most loved personalities, and it actually is going on screen as well, because directors Charles Middleton and James Spinney orchestrated reenactments of these recordings, with actors lip-syncing and emoting precisely to the audio. It's an approach that works for some and may not for others, since it entails actors adding gestures or expressions that the original speakers weren't able to, and it feels a bit unnatural at times, but it's still a really cool touch. Wisdom's recording is by far the clearest, and this reenactment method begins to fall apart slightly when Chaplin's recording is introduced, as his voice is a little grainy and the tape recorder makes him sound strained. Many scenes of Chaplin's films are dissected by narrator Pearl Mackie, as is his family life through a series of photographs accompanied by the aforementioned recordings of his family. Her narration slows the pace of the film quite dramatically, and it may have been a better idea to have the recordings guide the film more, instead of the narration. In all other aspects, though, The Real Charlie Chaplin is a very well-made film, and is certainly an amazing watch. The Real Charlie Chaplin is all about individualism, perspective, and devoting yourself to your craft. There are some mature themes, like domestic abuse and manipulation, to watch out for, though. I gave The Real Charlie Chaplin 3.5 out of 5 stars, and recommended for ages 14 to 18 plus adults. The Real Charlie Chaplin begins its theatrical run at Cinema Village in New York, and the Laemmle Santa Monica in Los Angeles on Friday, November 19th, 2021. So go check it out. Alrighty folks, that's it for me. I'm Eshaan, reporting for Kids First, signing off. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you can stay updated on all of our upcoming videos. Thanks again, and goodbye.
I had grown up with the icon, but I had no idea who the man was.